Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 292. Got a lot of stuff actually to go over tonight. Got some games come out, had some talk about the next couple of years for Nintendo. We got the Game Award nominees coming up. Pokemon Metacritic popping soon. A lot of things happening. And we have Dreamcast guy returning tonight.
Hey, good. Thanks so much for letting me take some time off. Lost a very close member of the family, so just took a couple weeks to play games and veg out and be lazy. So it's honestly good to be back. Literally every week people were tweeting me, "Are you on the Spawncast?" And honestly, feeling missed. It helped. I love you guys a bunch. Thanks for watching, guys.
Good to have Dreamcast guy back. We also have resident Sonic expert Jordan Fringe. Jordan, how we doing tonight?
Great. You know, I'm all about Sonic. I'm here to give the lowdown on the newest game, Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers. I know all about it. Thanks for having me.
Good to have Jordan here. We got MVG.
Hello. It's great to be here.
Good to have MVG here. Oh,
right on time.
Hi guys, I'm here.
Click is back. It's been a while.
I know it's been too long.
Click
Too
is
long.
done
Too
from
long.
her Death Stranding pilgrimage. She's here.
Missed you guys. I missed you. You too, Sean.
And
I know
Sean.
you did.
Wow, and
Yeah.
Sean. Okay, wow, good to have Click here. Wow, everything sorted over there. I guess, kinda, sorta.
If I say yes, something will unsort. So I don't know.
Okay, no, that
We'll
makes
see.
sense. That makes sense.
We'll
that makes
see.
sense. Okay, well, good to have Click here. Good to have Click here. We also have RGT85. Sean,
How's it going?
Yes, Sean was apparently the winner of Metroid Dread.
To the surprise
Because-
of no one. To the surprise
Did
of
I miss
no
something?
one.
What happened?
Well, OJ's not here.
Why? Yeah. Why do you think he's not here? Because he lost.
Did the numbers come out?
No.
They did their financial report and they didn't update the numbers.
They did
So
not
we'll
update the
never.
numbers.
Doesn't count. We've talked about
It does
this.
count. It does count. How would it not count? I can't assume things with these numbers.
It can never be proven nor disproven. So it's
It
pleading
can
the
be
fifth.
because
Is
the
that
last time that it was updated with a number less than 3 million, and they have not updated it since then. That's not my problem. That's Nintendo's problem.
Well,
That's the
technically it's also not
consumer's problem for not supporting the game enough. Because if there was a substantial amount of sales in the second quarter, they would have updated it.
Okay. Well, the bet was for a copy of Metroid Prime 4, and we don't even know if that's gonna ever come out. So there you go.
Yeah, it's true.
There you go. But we'll come back to that whenever they decide to show us that game. We'll see from there. And we have Evan. Evan's here.
Yep.
Wait, where's your crown, Sean? You didn't bring the crown?
It's over there. I don't feel like taking off. It's a little chilly down here.
Okay, that's fine. So, like I said, we got a bunch of stuff to go over tonight. We want to start with a Discord question, though.
The wording's kind of wrong on this, but I'm just going to go. Are alpha builds being released to the public becoming the norm for consoles? He's referencing things like the current Sonic game being released.
Sonic.
And
Yeah.
it kind of feels like there's a game there, but it's not quite there. He also references Arceus as like a really cool Pokemon game, but like there needed to be more of that kind of stuff. Now that we're kind of getting more with the upcoming games.
Okay, so releasing a game that doesn't have its idea completely figured out and worked on, and then following up with a sequel and building on top of it.
Giving people the theory and then releasing the actual game later.
I feel like we've had that for a while. Though. Like, that dates back to like even like the original Xbox and PS2, and maybe even before that.
I mean, it's a constant. I mean, the inverse would be what? Releasing the best version of the game and then removing aspects of it for the later versions? Like,
I mean, I feel like if the game comes out and it's completely broken and they just never fix it, like WWE 2K18, that's an alpha build. That's definitely an alpha build on the Switch, and they just never did anything with it. I don't know, but like a game and then you build on top of the sequel, I think that's just kind of normal. I mean, I can't even say it about Sonic Frontiers as much as we can joke about it, because there is content in the game, like quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
Do so. I don't know about that one. Well, you got another Discord question, Evan?
What sound systems do Spawncast people use and recommend? Looking for something under $500. I use a headset, so.
Sound system, yeah. I use the headset. I have like a little sound bar thing here. I got
a
from,
sound bar.
I think Best Buy. It was like $50 or $60.
Wait, you can play games with soundbars on your
No,
computer?
for this one here. Yeah, actually, I have this one. It's like one of those 3D audio ones. And then I have headset that I use. I have a bunch of headsets now.
Yeah, I've
Got
just
one
used
for the
headset for
Xbox,
years.
got one for the PlayStation, got one for the PC. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
I use these good Sony headphones. A good since the consoles sync with Bluetooth now. I feel like good Bluetooth headphones can honestly do a lot for you. And there's some cheap, good headphones.
Go over here to Lookout. It's Jax, member for 12 months. Thank you, Jax. We've had a lot of good indies this year, but I'm going to be incredibly sad if Neon White isn't the indie game of the year rep. Such a great game. There are some pretty good indie ones. I mean, you could also put Turtles up there next to it. Turtles would probably get more votes just because it's Turtles.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was sort of an indie. Or Vampire Survivors as my crack.
Vampire's another one, yeah. There are quite a few actually, and we'll be going over an indie show as well. And Sean, very positive on it. We'll get his take on everything, of course.
Can't wait.
Let's start with Sonic Frontiers. Actually, we'll get with that one because I know Jordan's just bursting at the seams talk about that. Obviously, I played it. Sean played it. Max played it. Yeah, you played it on 2 systems. You getting this up? Okay, the Sonic Ice is coming out.
Yeah, might as well. Gotta justify my purchase.
Okay. You did wear it in your video, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
All right, good. Sonic Ice is coming out. All right. I don't know if I honestly don't know if you had a chance to play any of these games yet because you've been all over the place.
No, I've been freaking. I'm not gonna touch Sonic for a while.
Shame.
So.
What about God of War? When are you touching God of War?
Oh my god. Next week, I'm gonna be rotating between Bayo and God of War. It's been really tough avoiding spoilers. A couple things have leaked out. Okay. I was very sad about that, but it's fine for the most part. So, next week.
Yeah, because you really like God of War 2018, so you're really gonna like Ragnarok then.
Yeah, right. The spoiler I saw, I also really liked. And I'm like, damn man, I wish I could have saw that. Could have saw that in person.
So we can just go to Sonic Frontiers then. MVG's getting his copy and actually came in today, so he'll be playing it this week. Coming up, I'm sure. So Sonic Frontiers is now out though. Okay, we already talked about the Metacritic. No, we didn't actually because Metacritic went up right before it came out. That's right, the day before.
Yeah,
Monday. Like a 73 or I think something like that now. Which
user score is higher on all platforms though.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good
every user score is over an 8 between 8 and like 8.8.
Sonic fans came out. All right, very good.
I gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I was very pleasantly impressed by it.
Okay. So Sonic Frontiers, though, I had a chance to play 4 or 5 hours of it. Beyond the initial area, basically, like the first little zone, because open zone stuff. So this is a weird game.
Okay, that's a stretch. It's very good. I beat it on Steam. Almost done with it on Switch. Very enjoyable. As a Sonic fan, as someone who's wanted to see Sonic, I guess. I mean, because he's gone out of his comfort zone, but they weren't good ideas.
Sonic Shuffle.
Sonic Shuffle is okay. They just tried to. They essentially tried to just do something different to be different instead of kind of going to where gaming is kind of moving. They try to sort of buck the trend, I feel, which is strange because when you look at a game like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, those are very well received games, the games that people really enjoyed, but they just kind of started to do other things. I think it's a super enjoyable game though. I really enjoyed the changes, how the levels, the islands themselves, they continually grow as you start to unlock the little puzzles and stuff. Like it's not a perfect game. I wouldn't give the game a 10. I wouldn't give the game a 9. I would give it an 8ish though, and I think it's a very fun game, so I'm able to look past some of the issues that the game has, but I'm also biased.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you got the Sonic Ice on, so.
I mean,
I want to ask a specific question to you since you and I have both beaten the game. I beat it on PS5, but my question is, in Zone 3, what did you think about, I think one of my major gripes besides the pop-in was those weird 2.5D where you'll be running along and you get on a rail and it just becomes 2D and you're still in a 3D space, and they do that constantly. Did that drive you nuts? That I hated that.
It did, because it messes with your traversal. Like, I'll be trying to like speed across the level and then I'll find like a rail and be like, okay, maybe this will help me. And it's like, oh no, I'm in a 2D section. So I just gotta like jump off it. Yeah. I really like the vaults though. I thought the vaults were super cool, and the supersonic battles, those are just fucking epic in my opinion. And I also like, you know, there's some Shadow of the Colossus in there with those huge ancients that aren't the boss battles that you fight, and you know, you got to scale them. They're like little puzzles and stuff like that. Like, I super enjoyed that. I just thought it was very different. You know, Sonic's voice, all the voice acting is kind of a little in the game.
Yeah,
music's overly good though. I loved the music.
The music's definitely a standout.
Music's a 10 out of 10. You know, that's not spoilers. It happens in the first, in like the first, after you get out of the tutorial, you get
because you're getting the chaos. You're trying to get the Chaos Emerald.
Yeah, you got the first thing there.
He says, "Hey, I need to become supersonic in the first 45 minutes."
Yeah, why else would you get Chaos Emerald?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I love how you have the overworld music that's kind of like ambiance and stuff, and then you get the sort of techno music in the vault, and then you get the metal in the Titan battles. I thought that was super cool.
I can kind of see why people hate this game and both love this game at the same time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This might be one of the most polarizing releases I've seen in a long time, because there are times where I'm playing this game and I'm like, this is incredible. And there are times where I'm playing the game and I want to break my controller because Sonic won't stop going the wrong way. Like you can lose control of that character so fast, and he'll just do some of the weirdest stuff. It's jarring at times, and the pop-in is just I don't even know what's going on with this game when I'm playing it half the time.
I think the reasoning is because you have to think. I think of it this way: there's no loading on the island, so if you just want to run from the start where you start off the island to the utmost peak, it never loads. So I feel like that was kind of a concession they had to make, where they were like, okay, you know, if we don't want there to be loading between areas, and you're also like going like super fast.
But my thing is that they're still popping even when like on the far west side of the opening island, there's a series of jumping puzzles and you have to hit these springboards, and it has crazy pop in there where you're just standing there. So it seems like they just made the engine so the island exists, and then like everything just pops up 60 feet in front of you, which feels like such a weird like order of business, because the jumping puzzles are so like out of place sometimes. Some of them you are just blind jumping and hoping a platform appears.
Okay, a lot of people in the comments are saying, there's lots of open world games that have that sort of pop in. Think of the traversal system in those open world games versus the traversal system in this game. You can literally level up your speed to be crackhead speed and just blitz across the level. There's no other games that are really like that in terms of speed.
Yeah, you can, but even if you just walk slowly, you'll just have, you can actually time it to be like, I'm going to take 2 steps and the entire front platform is going to appear in front of me. It's very weird. Like if Assassin's Creed had this pop in its open world, it would get decimated for it.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I think of is people are like, oh, you're going really fast, which by the way, why do you have to level up Sonic speed?
I know.
Fuck if I know.
Well, and so weird. Much. The leveling system is so weird. The fact that it goes up to 99. It's like you can just farm so much. I'm curious,
how fast do you go at 99? It's got to be ridiculous. But I don't know if they need all of the leveling stuff in the next Sonic Frontier. It seemed like they were like, let's try a skill tree. Let's try doing the leveling for your attack, for your speed, for your ring capacity, and we'll just see what works. Because I don't think you need Sonic to be this much of a stat counting RPG. And the skill tree to me is
pointless.
Almost worthless. Yeah, I don't get it. It's just like, here's this move. Okay, couldn't I have just had that from the beginning? I don't really.
Well, if they took away like upgrading the speed aspect, right? What would be the next best alternative? Would it be to kind of like tone down the beginning levels?
Well,
and then have those evolve drastically over time to make up for the speed being the same? Like how would you?
in the game already, you unlock. So there's a skill tree, but separately, there's abilities you unlock when you defeat the major bosses. I think they should have just tied speed to that. Of like, all right, you've been supersonic, so now you're 10% faster. Okay, you've been supersonic twice.
Passively upgrades.
Yeah, instead of, it's really weird because you basically go to these guys on the island who are like living tiki torches and then hand them like babies, and they go, okay, we support abortion. You're now faster. It's like, what the fuck?
The way Max describes things, dude. It's like, what do I don't understand?
But you're kind of saving the baby, so I don't know.
My thing.
No, I'm not.
My thing is, I don't think you need 99 levels of speed. You could do 4 levels, and you basically get something every time you clear one of these zones that maybe upgrades. I don't know, his shoes or something. Just something like, you don't need 99 levels for that. I don't think it's necessary. Less upgrades, but more from each upgrade, I think would be better for the next one. And the skill tree in its current form is unnecessary. You almost
think that maybe the game, maybe they wanted to take more time with it, but they wanted it out before the holiday season.
Yes, I think if they had pushed this game to next year, I think it would have been in a better state like right away.
Oh, so like Halo.
Yeah. But actually, yeah.
It's not as bad as Halo was.
I think it's very workable. I mean, I think the biggest detriment when it came to the, like, clearly they just couldn't test it. The game is very big. There are literally, like, I've tried to do the math. I think there's like 500 different ramps and puzzles and things to do. So it's like, I understand that some of that stuff just doesn't fully work.
Also, it is very Ubisoft-like with the map, where it's just a ton of stuff on the map to go do. So it's people don't like the Ubisoft stuff. You're probably gonna look at this and be like, well, I mean, I guess I'm Sonic, so I can run around really fast. But it definitely gave me some Far Cry vibes, MVG, when you look at the map and you're like, look at all this stuff to go do. So some people like that. That's a benefit for some.
And you also don't have to do all of it. Like, I would love to know how long it takes to 100% the game, because there's been islands that I've beaten and I didn't even discover all the vaults. I'm like, on my playthrough on Switch, I'm like, I don't remember this vault. And then I looked on my Steam Deck. I was like, oh, I didn't see this vault when